Hmm. How do you select the names of your characters?
Ooh, that one's a fun one. Sometimes I'll just like randomly come up with them, just like, oh, that name sounds good. Or a lot of them I've noticed I've met people with the names, and sometimes I'm really hesitant to use names of
Yeah.
people that I've met before. But I'm like, that really fits this person though. Like that name sounds really good. So there's a name for one of my characters that I'm not gonna say what it is because I don't know if I'm gonna stick with it. And um it's the same name of a character from one of the Avatar Last
Oh
Airbender.
yeah, yeah,
My husband's like, are you really going to use that name? I was like, what? It sounds good. And it's a unique name. So
yeah. Yeah.
maybe, I don't know, I can just change it if I don't like it later on. And he's just like, whatever. It's like, this is my work, dude. You can back off.
Right. Right.
But you gotta have like unique names. I don't want names that can't really be pronounced so much because then it's like you have readers like, I
Yeah.
don't know how they say that name, and then they may not even connect with that character because they can't pronounce their name that
Right.
well. Because I've found myself doing that because I'm just like, oh, that's what's his face, and just keep reading. So
Yeah. Do you ever find yourself like having to write down like all the characters that you have in a book and then like writing down who like either who their significant other is, who their parents are, blah blah blah? Because I do that all the time because I forget. I even have to write down like descriptions
yes,
of my characters.
I started doing that with my first book. There was somebody, a friend in an author group, she had mentioned that she creates a Excel spreadsheet for her characters and stuff, and like fills it in with that, and, like has their name, what like their description they look like, and with my I kind of took that and ran with it. I'm like, okay, this person has this powers and is connected this way, and this is her parent, and like just kind of have a huge running list right now of the characters for my series. And I've done
Yeah.
that with everything I've written so far that has more than like two or three significant characters. That way I can keep up their descriptions later on when somebody else meets them or like something like that. Because I'm like, I don't want it to be inconsistent. Like in book one, they have red hair, and book two, it's like blonde, and they're like, wait, this is not the same person, is it?
Right. Yeah, no, I've done that too. And then I finally was like, okay. And then like too, I also go on Pinterest and get like ideas of my
Yeah,
characters, and then I print out the sheets and I kind of change it up if I want to, but I make sure I write down on the sheets, like in the book, that it's different than what it is on the paper,
that's
just
a
so I
good
don't get
idea.
confused. Yeah, just so I don't get confused. And actually, I'm co-authoring with a friend right now, and she does all drawings and she does Photoshop and all. I can't do any of that. I'm just the
Nice.
writer. And so she actually creates like character like people for us, and I'm
Mhm.
like, okay, well this helps. So
That's really cool.
yeah, so I do all the writing, she does all the like the book covers and she'll add some stuff in too. She like I'll send like a chapter to her and she adds something in, she highlights it, and then I make it sound like how it's supposed to sound. So
Nice.
yeah, we've been actually working on these books for a while.
That's good though. Keep it up. Stick with it.
Yeah, we are. It's been maybe 3 years since we've been working on these books.
Hey, takes time, takes creativity. You can't rush creativity.
We have planned out a 10 book series for this book. So
Cool.
yeah. So we're in over our heads. But you know what? We're doing it. If you didn't write, what would you be doing other than writing and being PTA?
Well, I would definitely be reading. That's something I've always done. Uh, that's a really hard question. I guess I'd probably be working more. I don't know. Maybe trying my hand at painting or something like that.
There you go, yeah. Be creative.
Yeah,
Um, do you ever read your own book reviews?
I do. Some of them have not been pleasant. I have one, she wrote a review and she didn't finish the book, which bothered me a little bit, but it's like, you know what? It's not for everybody. I have to give myself this pep talk. And then you come across those that aren't so great, but they're super honest. Even if they're not the best stars and they sometimes make me want to cry, I still take like their advice because that's how it's. I feel like that's the best way to improve my writing and to continue growing as an author and learning. But not some of them. I'm just like, yeah, I don't know.
Do
So
you
I
ever,
try to skip over
do you
them.
ever sometimes just want to like go through the computer and like just like want to delete all of them?
Sometimes yes, and then sometimes no, because I have to tell myself like no, because people need to know like honest opinions about this book. So
Right.
yeah.
Yes, reviews can be good or bad, I think.
Mm-hmm.